Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another heavy rotation video. Super excited about some things that are going on right now with the shop and the label. My videos have been a little bit sparse. I've not been doing as many, but I wanted to just kind of make a video about upgrades. I've been doing a lot of upgrading in my collection, so records I already had copies of, but decided to sell my inferior copies and upgrade them to these nicer copies that I found. So that's kind of the theme of this video. As you can see, I'm wearing this sweet Underground Fire t-shirt. We just had these made. They're hot off the press. Almost no one has them. They'll be up on our website this week. Underground Fire is our first record we're releasing on our label. It will be delivered this week to us. So we got to sticker them and stuff. But we'll have a couple exclusives this month as well. So I'm going to try to just put it all out at one time. It'll be, we have a pinwheel variant, a couple splatter variants, and then a black vinyl option. So it'll be really nice. These shirts are great. The shirts will be available, and then we also have another shirt. That's the Noble Record label, t-shirt that we just made, and it's really cool shirt. I can't wait to show you guys. But anyways, on this stuff I'm going to show you, this is stuff I've been adding to my collection, and I've been upgrading a lot. So probably 75% of what's in this video is upgrades. Just I found better copies, swapped them out. Upgrading is something I do all the time. If there's a record that I really have been wanting and I find one in a collection or something, I will keep it if it's trashed, and wait for a better copy, and then sell the trashed one, and then pick up the nice one or whatever. And I've gotten to the place here in the past probably year to where if it's trash, I won't probably keep it, just because I'm not going to listen to it on this premium gear. How would adulterate the... I'm joking. But I do have like a turntable over here that's like Audio Technica LP 120 that I play 45s on, and like all my Zamrock stuff that's too rough to play on my nice needle over there. So I have a system, so I can still play trash records and it'd be okay. But by and large, if it's not clean, I really try not to keep it unless it's something that's just so rare I have to. So the past few months, for whatever reason, I've been buying a bunch of collections and getting stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is the nicest copy of this I have ever seen in my life. Running them through the ultrasonic cleaner, bagging them up. I have a little ritual with a new record. I'll kind of show you what I do, but I give it what I call the treatment, before I add it to the archive. So I've got some really cool ones here. This is like some of these records are pretty common, but these are like just really nice versions or promos or whatever. Some of these records are new to me completely. So I'll just go through them and show you and kind of try to tell you where they came from. A lot of these records came from, there was this family that their dad passed away, and I don't know what he did. He did something with something in the record business. Like he had like a ton of promos, and almost everything was like unplayed, clean. Pretty unbelievable. And a lot of it, like I said, a lot of it was promos. Most of this stuff came from that collection. Just some of the cleanest stuff I've ever seen. Like he had an Odyssey and Oracle in there, and I'm telling you, this thing was mint. So I still have it. It's sitting in that box over there. But I'm going to sell it at our anniversary sale. We do a big anniversary sale every year. And, I already have a, mint promo copy. So I don't need both. I wanted to keep both because one has a timing strip and one doesn't. But that's the collector in me. I don't need both. Had to talk myself out of it. But anyways, I'll start showing you some of that stuff in a minute. I'm going to show you these first. This is kind of one of the heaters. This is called Samurai. It's being called Samurai. The name of the album is Kappa, K-A-P-P-A. And they usually have a blue label, but this is a red label, so it's a Japanese promo. Super rare. I already have one, but mine was not a promo. And this one is just impeccable. Nicest copy you could ever find. Except, I don't know if they came with Obies. They probably did. But anyways, it's a promo, and it's beautiful, really clean shape. I'm stoked to have that. This is like real proggy, hard rock type of it's a cool record. So if you just search Samurai Kappa, you should be able to find it. It's hard to find on Discogs for whatever reason. I think like some of the inscriptions are Japanese, so they're hard. I don't know how to type that in on my keyboard, but it's a fantastic record. Really enjoyed listening to this, and you know, when I get an upgrade, I'll listen to it again and revisit the album and be like, I've been trying to get these Whale Feathers records forever. A buddy of mine that sold me that also sold me this really good hard rock. It's on the NASCO label, the same label that is Felt and Electric Toilet or whatever. Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh boy, I had a little trade situation going down. A friend who I think he watches the channel, but anyways, this is Heart and Soul Inspiration, Vince Howard. This is like really good funk soul type stuff. Really rare record. It is one of those things. It's a little repetitive. It's the most of the record has the same kind of sound, general sound to it, but it's a cool record. If you were gonna want to play something to get, you know, funky, that'd be a good one. All right, this is a super nice. Let's see. I believe this is the first press of this. Shades of Deep Purple. Yeah, this is beautiful, original UK Shades of Deep Purple. Very, very hard record to find. You can find them in the States. They're, you know, the US pressings are not worth a ton, but the UKs are really tough to find. It's kind of been on my list for a long time. Really nice. Thrilled to have it. Let's see what else I got here. I've got some stuff in my box. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I'll show you all kinds of stuff. I mean, I've got records for days over here. All right. But most of this stuff came from that family. Okay, so this is one. I wanted to show this in a video recently, and I didn't have it. I think I gave it away to a friend who was over here. Sometimes when friends come to the house, which almost never happens, I'll like pull out a record and say, hey, take this home with you. And I'll try to remember to replace it and usually forget. But this is one, Frank Marino, Mahogany Rush Live. Man, I discovered this in high school. I was at a thrift store and I saw that and it just looks so freaking cool. And I brought it home and I was like, man, this kind of sounds like Stevie Ray Vaughan, but this predates Stevie Ray Vaughan. It was just mind-blowing to me, but really good electric blues. And this is a cheap record. Like, this is one of those you could probably find for $10 or less. It's a cheap record, but this one has the timing strip and it's a white label promo and it is mint. So that's kind of how I like to do it. If I'm, you know, even if I just had a regular copy, I would have upgraded it. So could not turn this one down. Beautiful. And so what I do with my treatment process, okay, I have a beautiful record cleaner that I'm thrilled and privileged to have. It is the KL Audio ultrasonic cleaner. This thing is like amazing. I need to do a video about it, but you just drop it down. It's got a soundproof insulator that goes around it so it doesn't make too much sound in the shop. And you just drop the record inside and you can do a setting like you could do if you just need to knock some dust off, you could do it for a minute, you know what I mean? But you have a wash cycle and a dry cycle. So you can do up to 5 minutes on each. So I usually, if I'm at the shop all day, I'll set it 5 minutes each, just drop my records in there and clean them just tip top. And this thing is the cleaner is so good. It goes straight on like regular water, you know, so you don't have to put anything in it. And it's like, you know, the jewelry cleaners, the process where like that's kind of the same, I think the same general concept, but this thing does a fantastic job. Some records that you think are like VG, you put them in there and it cleans them so well, it will improve it by a full grade. I'm telling you, it's nice stuff. So that's why I invested in one to get one. It's a very nice cleaner. And so I take it, I throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner. I put a brand new sleeve on it. I get my I guess rice paper sleeves is what they call them. But most people just call them MoFi sleeves. But I get them from Quality Record. So I get them from Analog Productions. So I'm sorry, not Analog Productions. There's so many different names. The Acoustic Sounds website has them, and they're a good deal. So I buy them 1,000 at a time on their website. I will order 1,000, and they come out pretty cheap. I don't know how much they are to the general public. I have like a wholesale account, but anyways, best sleeves for the money. So I get these. I buy them 1,000 at a time, and then I have 4 mil sleeves that I get from there's a shop in Kentucky called Music Record Shop. They have a website and everything. I'll put the link in the description so you can go find it because they're good guys. And I get the 4 mil sleeves from them. So that's the treatment once it's ready to go home and on the shelf. So that's what I do. That's my ritual. There's another one that I got from them. You know, this is not like, it has a little bit of wear on it. I have a really nice, see, it has like a little bit of water damage right here or something, but I have a really nice original US press, but this is a mono promo, white label promo. So I decided to keep it. It's not like worth a ton or anything, but this is Crazy World or Arthur Brown, one of those iconic psychedelic records. I remember the first time I bought this, I found a copy in Asheville, probably 20 years ago. And I was like, man, this looks pretty wild. What is this? It was cheap. I think it was like $1 or $2. Back in those days, I got it. It probably wasn't that long ago. I guess it was probably 15 years ago. But there's a record store in Asheville called Harvest Records. Great shop. And every year they would have a birthday celebration or an anniversary sale type thing, like kind of like we do, but they did it incredibly. So their basement was all dollar records, and I think everything was $1. And I think that's where I got this, my first copy of this. But man, I would go. One time I went with a wagon. I'm telling you, a Radio Flyer wagon in there and loaded it down with records. Every year I would just, it would be stuff like Grateful Dead and the Doors and the Beatles and stuff, and stuff would be VG, but they would put it down in the basement, and then anniversary sale. I mean, I was spending $300 down there, which back at the time was a lot of money for me. Anyways, story you didn't need, but there it is. This is a beautiful one right here, guys. Blue Cheer Vincebus Eruptum. I don't know if I showed this or not, but look at this, guys. Mint, and it's a white label promo. It's beautiful, beautiful. I'm telling you, cleanest copy I've ever seen. So I bring it home and I compare it with the copy I had, and the copy I had is also mint. So now what do? It's not a promo and it's in a shrink. Do I keep them both? Probably. But just an absolute crispy copy. I don't know what it is about records like this that got partied with. Like, this record's almost always beat when I find it. Records like this that got partied with, and just the sharp corners, and just, it's like in a time capsule. Just beautiful, beautiful shape. That really, when you see a lot of records, you get a little jaded to the whole deal. You know what I mean? That's something that you wouldn't think. But when you open a shop, we buy at least 1,000 records a week, at least, probably more. Some weeks we buy 5,000. Depends. It depends. But you get so many records and go through so many records, you get tired of going through records, especially ones that you don't care about. And a bunch of them are Ray Conniff and Al Hurt and Engelbert Dinkelwinkle or whatever. I know his name. I just like to say it wrong. Anyways, so it's nice to find a diamond in the rough. That is, even though it's a common record, it stands out. Let's go to the next one. Look, Zephyr, going back to Colorado. I'm sure you can tell why I kept this one. It's a white label promo. I already had a white label promo of this, but this one's cleaner than that one was. That one was decent, but this one is primo. Great guitar record, fantastic stuff. It had to come home. This is one. Actually, I think I got this in a different collection, but this is This came in one of those collections. It's got the holographic cover. There you go. Came in one of those collections where people bring a box in, and they have. If you work at a record store or own one, you know what I'm talking about. People will come in with a box of records. It's a very common thing, and they'll have sticky notes on every record and of the research that they've done on how much that record's worth. So they know. They want me to know I've done my research, but the sticky notes are always nuts. So I think she had on this one a sticky note that said $750. And I was like, no. So I was like going through, some of the other sticky notes were kind of about right, but I was like, look, no. There's so few records that are worth $750, especially Rolling Stones records. You know, it's just, I try to explain to her, you know, they made hundreds of thousands of these things. It's not worth $750. I said, this is a really, really nice copy of this. It's worth more than your average copy. But anyways, they always end up, well, sometimes they end up coming back down to earth and they're like, oh, okay, and they're cool about it. And we're able to make a deal. Sometimes we're not. But I paid them very well for the stuff because it was clean. They had a bunch of other clean stuff. But this is, I already had a really clean stereo of this, but this is a mono press of this. And I'm telling you, it is so clean. So impossibly clean. Couldn't believe it. So gave it the treatment, brought it home. This one came from another buddy. This is Variations Nador. I don't talk about this record enough. It is fantastic. I believe it's French. Yeah. And it's just really good, solid rock and roll. This record's probably a clean copy, maybe $100. So it's a little bit of a pricey one, but you can, you know, I've found probably 5 or 6 copies of this in the past, and they're usually pretty torched. This one is really nice, really clean, so I upgraded mine. But yeah, this worth listening to. Variations Nador is top-notch rock and roll. Really, really good stuff. Okay, back to that collection that I was talking about before of promo stuff and all that. This is Vandergraaf Generator, the aerosol gray machine. Look at this, man. Love that cover. So I knew I already had a copy of this, but I hadn't played it in forever. I hadn't listened to it in a long time. Couldn't even really remember what it sounded like. I think the last time I listened to it, I didn't care for it too much, but I couldn't remember what pressing I had. I brought it home. This is a U.S. white label promo. I think it's some sort of misprint as well. But nice killer promo. Very, very nice, desirable record, all that stuff. And the copy I had was like an 80s reissue. But yeah, this is a great record. Vandergraaf Generator stuff, I'm kind of so on most of it, you know. Some of the later ones I don't really, you know, care for. But this is a great one. Really glad to have that one. Oh boy, this is a great one. I just found one of these. I've been looking for one of these for years. Found one, I believe, at Revilla in New Jersey when I was traveling last year. But this is a white label promo. And it's a little nicer than the one I had. It's got the promo sticker right there. Really good. Little psychedelic treat. Federal Duck. Great stuff. This is one this definitely did not come from that same collection, but I was cleaning. I just got the cleaner maybe 6 months ago. So I'm still taking stuff from home, taking it over, cleaning it, bringing it back. So this is one I did that with, but I wanted to show it because this is just an amazing copy of this record. This is Marty Robbins, Gunfighter Ballads. This is one of the greatest all-time country records ever. You used to see these in dollar bins all the time. Now I think people realize they're worth a little bit more, but it was reissued to death, all that stuff, but they're always trashed. Always. And it's hard to find an original six-side that's clean. I didn't even have one. And a friend of mine found one of these, but check this out. Wow. It's a white label promo. Holy moly. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is like a super clean copy too. I mean, you never find them clean like that, and you never find the 6-side clean. And I've never even ever seen another promo of this, but a big iron on this, El Paso. My gosh, this is such a great record. I remember I was driving out west in we went on kind of a family road trip excursion. 2018, drove out west to Arizona and Roswell and like Zion National Park and the Grand Canyon and all that stuff, and just driving through like Texas and Utah and all this stuff, listening to this album, and it was just like, oh yeah, it just felt so right. Fantastic record. Don't sleep on this record. It's so good. All right, this is another one. This is probably the first psych record I have ever had, I think. This is The Seeds' Future. And I just got a really nice upgraded. This is a near mint copy, which these are always torched every time I find them, but my copy was absolutely obliterated. I got it for 25 cents at a yard sale, my original copy. And it was fine for me back then. I mean, this was freaking, I was a kid, you know. So finally glad to get a nice upgrade of it. This is another one, just a $5 record all day long. Emmylou Harris, Piece of the Sky, and this is a promo. Look at that promo sticker. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that. A Warner Brothers promo, but really one of her best, I think. I don't have many Emmylou Harris records in my collection just because they're kind of a dime a dozen around here. They're $5, if that. Some of them put in the dollar bin. You know, they're not expensive records. No one really buys them. They should, because they're great. But if I found promos, I would keep them. But this is one I did have at home that I did keep because it is one of her early ones and just absolutely incredible country Americana stuff. It's just fantastic. And to find a promo that's like near mint, you know, had to take it home with me. But that's, I mean, Emmylou Harris, just great stuff. Great stuff. This is another one, $5 record, maybe $7 record, all day long. This is Richard Betts, Dickie Betts, Highway Call, and it's a promo. They didn't do white labels, but it does have a promo on the label, and it has, I didn't pull it up, but it has the poster, which it almost never has the poster. Super clean. I nerd out over this. It's a $5 record, but it's the cleanest one I've ever seen. I'm gonna nerd out over it. Here's my copy. I've had this for a long time of Sweetheart the Rodeo, and it's like near mint perfect promo. I've had this for a long time, but I found this non-promo version, and it's one of those things to where, you know, you normally put this record out for like, it's original first press 2i like that. I think it's like a $30 record maybe, but this ain't a $30 record. This, I mean, you never see them this clean. It is mint. And there's no way anybody's ever even pulled this out of the jacket. Mint. So I'm just like, man, what do I do on a on one that's this freaking clean? You don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. This is one that came in that collection that I didn't have. The Andy. Well, actually, I had a reissue, but Andy Bay. Oh my gosh, really, really killer jazz funk. This is one that you just don't really ever see. Like I said, I had a reissue of it. I'm gonna be putting that in the shop because this is a great find, and again, near mint, beautiful copy. This is another one, man. Aphrodite's Child. The copy I had, I still have the price tag on it. I bought it for $25 years and years ago, and it's a torched copy. This is just absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful copy. It has a little tiny bit of ring wear right there. But this will hold me over till I get a UK. But fantastic progressive rock concept album. Man, love this record. And thrilled to get an upgrade. This is one I had a reissue of. Pink Fairies, Kings of Oblivion. Great stuff. This is an original press. Came in that collection. I was surprised to see it. Oh boy. Here's one. Screamin' Jay Hawkins. What that is. This is a white label promo, super clean. I already had a copy, but this one is a cleaner white label promo. So what I do is, you know, I don't have really any junk in my collection, so I will take the records that I have a little crate. Well, it's getting to be a big crate now, but a crate in my room that I put stuff in that I'm done with. I'm gonna sell. And that crate is getting quite full for our anniversary sale. I think it's going to be the first Saturday in October. But we do it every year. Kind of in the summertime start saving up some of the cream of the crop stuff. And then all year I put my when I upgrade a record, I put my other one in this crate for the anniversary sale. So I've got a bunch of Zamrock stuff in there. I got some crazy like krautrock stuff in there. Stuff I got doubles of. I bought a friend's collection and he had just insane stuff that I already had. So there's going to be an anniversary sale this year's going to be crazy. This is one we just got in a different collection. This is De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising, and this thing is mint. I had a copy and ended up selling it because it was destroyed, and this is before they reissued it, so they're going for like a fortune. But I'm glad to get this one. This is an original press, and it is mega clean. One of the most iconic hip-hop albums of all time. I don't notoriously collect a ton of hip-hop, but certain ones I do, you know, and you got to. Somebody brought this in with a stack. This is I was missing this one. This is the Jazz Dispensary, the Dank Defunct Blend. What year was this? I don't know. But I've got a bunch of those Jazz Dispensary Record Store Day comps. It's one of the only things that come out on Record Store Day that I really feel like I gotta have. But I missed this one at some point. So was listening to that in the shop a bunch yesterday. It's just some dirty, nasty funk. What else do I have in here that I've upgraded? Oh, I got this, which this came in that metal hardcore collection. This is Cult of Luna, of the Raging River. And no one bought it for the first week, so then I just took it home. This is really good stuff. It's like post-rock. It's got some screamies in it, but it hits me in a good way. I like it. This is a few other ones I haven't cleaned yet. This is The Moon. Never found that one before. This Ray Wiley Hubbard, I've been trying to get more of his records. Got that one. And then this 13 Floor Elevators Live 66. But yeah, I've been just trying to clean stuff. I got this one. This one's Black Sabbath Master Reality, and I'm trying to get near mint copies of their first 4 on the green labels. I have white label promos, so I don't really need them, but it would be nice to find just like near mint copies of those green labels I'd like to have. I got this. The guys priced this out when they were about to put it out, and I was like, no, it's a promo, a bad company. Super record. Love it so much. But anyways, all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoy this video. And once everybody gets back into the hang of things, I will be doing more videos. But anyways, I'll be doing more videos here soon. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time.